Hi, this is Kevin with KGMJAM, owner of Pro Advertisers Club, a totally free site to advertise. Go to proadvertisersclub.com and join for free today and start advertising for free. X-Men number 25, it's where Magneto, Wolverine's almost pure metal. His bones are anyway. And yeah, Magneto could definitely do a number on him. He usually didn't do too well in the battles because, well, when you control metal, you control Wolverine. Pretty much, unless Wolverine get the drop on you. So anyway, they're saying that this might be a comic cover that's animated. I don't know. I haven't seen any proof about it, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Just made a video about Pro Advertisers Club. You hear me say it at the beginning of every video. It's a platform I own where people agree to look at your advertisements and you look at theirs and you get paid in credits to do so, and then use those credits to put in your ads. And you can advertise anything. YouTube channel. You can advertise um, a, something you're doing on ClickBank, a program, Amazon, whatever. You got to be now. Some of those sites won't allow you to do that. You got to read their fine print. But as long as it's legal, nothing illegal, no nudity, stuff like that. It's just you looking at other people's and it's free advertising. If you've ever paid for advertising and you know how expensive it is and you still aren't guaranteed any results, because only if they click on your link will you get credit for that. And that is if somebody's not stealing your link, which happens a lot. So you can end up paying a lot of money and not get any signups. It's just, especially if you don't got deep pockets. But anyway, go check it out. It explains how to use it. It's a very basic site. And getting back to the video I made yesterday about the QR codes on the back of the uniforms, it's only the beginning, guys. It's like the more you try to learn this stuff, the more overwhelming it gets. There's tens. Most of the people who are into this stuff are probably making this stuff. That's how new it is. That's how little people are actually into this. Most of us are investors or people that think we know what we're doing. I'm not a financial advisor. Let me own risk. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please click and like and subscribe below and sign up on any links below. It helps me out. Shows you appreciate. It doesn't cost you anything, and it shows you appreciate what I'm doing for you. But yeah, so it's just the more you try to study this stuff, the more overwhelming it gets. There's just so much. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. But that is something that the promo codes can be used with. Because remember, Disney just gave $50,000 away to people on Veve who had who belonged to the Marvel Unlimited Club. 50,000. Those things were going for $1,000 a piece. I sold mine for $1,200, and I think it dropped to $800 and stuff. But anyway, here, let's concentrate on the drop. I've been getting them every time now that I expect one now. Let's see if I can get another one at the rebound. And sometimes it's better just to pay $4 or $5 for the common right now. But you're going after the secret rares and stuff like that. And I'll tell you, if you see a comic below $5, I would buy it. I don't know how you can go wrong with that kind of a price. That's just incredible. I hadn't seen prices like that since okay, X-Men 26,765. I don't know the rarity, so it's not a great rarity. We know that already. And let's see if I can get another one at the 4-minute mark. What was I talking about? The the $5 comics. Yeah, look, don't get caught up on the prices, guys. Get caught up on the platform. Get caught up on learning and what they're doing. Definitely study this stuff yourself. Don't invest any crazy monies. Don't do anything crazy like, take loans out or just come up with a small budget. Down below, there's a bunch of sites, 4 or 5 that I should have waited. I was trying to reserve. And I don't know if you can get one out of the 4-minute rebound, but this is sticking now again. But if say you don't have any money extra, or you don't want to invest any money in it because you don't trust it, whatever, you go to one of these crypto sites where you get free crypto, and then you can exchange that out for Veve gems after doing a few maneuvers. That's one way, or go, whatever. But for like a $5 comic, I just don't see how that can go wrong. If you start spending hundreds of dollars, thousands, yeah, I could see where, depending on your situation, because only you know what your situation is, you could get in some trouble. But here's a rule of thumb that I try to do. And to keep it simple, buy low, sell high, hodl. If you can't do either, you hodl. The funniest part, like the Cointiply, I've got 300, 400 people signed up underneath me that make me crypto, because I get a percentage of everything they do. Not from them, from Cointiply. Cointiply pays me, not them. But when the price is down, not as many people are doing it. When that would be when you want to do it, because you're getting the most for your effort. And what are they doing? They're reading, they're doing surveys, clicking on click button games type thing, and I get a percentage. But when the price goes high, that's when they start. I know it's a backwards, psychologically we're backwards. When it's high, all of a sudden we want to buy it. When it's low like this, you would expect me to be the busiest. My referrals to be the busiest, because they're stocking up for the next parabolic moonshot, right? But no, it's actually opposite of that. I might get another one here. Let's try it 1104. I'm going to quit after 1104. I wish they'd get that cube rolled out. I'm just curious to see how many people are actually. It will give us a rough idea, because if you're number 80,000, at least 80,000 people are going for it. There's some data that Veve, not that it's their priority. Oh, I missed it, but that we just don't get to see. Like on Autograph, you can go on there and you can see what if you go underneath an item, like say Tiger Woods, say a Tiger Woods drop, which just happened, and you go underneath it, it shows you the last 50 transactions, who bought it, who listed it. And with that, because on Veve, if somebody, you don't know if they delisted it or sold it. And what a well can do is make it appear like there's a pump and dump coming. They'll list a whole bunch of items going down, and then immediately unlist them, and somebody looking at that, okay, oh my God, this is pumping, I'm going to buy the next one, which is his at the highest price, and he sells it. And then you just bought high. There's so many things that you can do to protect yourself that, I mean, it is, sometimes you're just going to get, no matter what you do, you're going to get stung. You're going to get caught buying high, and that's when you hodl. Hodl overcomes all evil. Okay. Do what you can, though, but at the very least, you should be studying this stuff. At the very least, if you want to stay on the sidelines and watch what people do, look, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm learning. These videos are more about me learning and the journey I'm taking. I do try to pass on what I've learned. And that's why the disclaimer, because things change. They change a lot in this industry, almost like by the hour. And so just don't get caught. Keep it to where, pretend like you wake up one day and everything's gone. And other than being pissed off, you're going to be fine. It's not going to hurt your family. It's not going to hurt your financial situation. You're just out whatever you had into it, and you tried, and what else can you do? If you can say that to yourself, then you're okay. If you went and got a loan against your house and you bought some good NFTs, here's the problem you're in now. One, there's always a chance it doesn't do what you thought it was going to do. But the biggest problem that we face right now is you don't know the time frame. And If it's 5 years before what we think is going to happen kicks in, can you survive for 5 years with that loan and not lose your house? Probably not. So you might think it's going to happen tomorrow. It might happen 10 years from now. None of this might be the first wave that nothing works out and it collapses. And then they go, well, we'll try again. We'll do it 2 years from now. Who knows? But I'll tell you what is going on. This is a fact. I'm going to kind of contradict myself here. This is a race right now on the companies because they know the first ones there who do it the best are going to be the Amazons and the Googles. So they do have a fire lit under their ass. They can't sit around and watch Amazon do it. They can't sit around and watch Facebook do it. They can't sit around. They've got to be there and they got to be the best. And if they're not, they're going to miss out because think of the metaverse. Who goes to the most popular neighborhood right now? Amazon, Walmart. That's the most popular neighborhood in the metaverse. Even though you kind of don't get to do what they're wanting you to do in the metaverse in the future. That's where you're going when you watch Netflix. So, but think of that as a neighborhood. It's the best neighborhood in the world. That's the neighborhoods where you got IPs like Netflix, Amazon, Walmart. That's where everybody goes. Now imagine when it's virtual land and you are able to get a plot of land that's next to Walmart. Well, I want my business. I'm a big business. Let's say I'm IKEA and I want my business next to Walmart and there's a plot of land for sale with your name on it. I'm going to offer you some life-changing money. Or you can rent it to me. You don't even have to sell it. You could rent that land and you could pass that land on because of smart contracts for the rest of your generations, for the rest of your family's life, and they can keep it in the family and rent it out at big money. That's what people do today in the real world. You got families 3, 4, 5 generations deep that own land and they're renting it, they're leasing it to the interstate and McDonald's and Walmarts, but they keep it in their name and they rent it out. That's what you're going to be able to do in the metaverse. And don't forget about burning. Burning can make that $5 comic that you bought that you think, God, ain't going to be worth anything. One, they're very limited. 10,000 is nothing once mainstream comes. It's not even the beginning of enough. But wait till people start burning them. I don't know how it's going to work with Veve, but on Splinterlands, you buy a card, you burn it to make it with another one to make it more powerful and more rare and valuable. So if they come out and say, okay, if you burn a comic, you get so many points in the master, they're going to make it so you want to burn it, right? They're going to have to be a reason. And imagine that's going on. You literally could wake up one day and your comic might be the last comic out of that 25,000 that they dropped because everybody burnt it that night without even checking. So now you got one of one comic that you paid $5 for that's worth millions. I'm telling you, I know that sounds crazy, but that can happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it can happen. We don't even know how early we are yet and how many people are going to get into this. If it's this hot now when nobody's here, imagine when they open the doors. And the doors are open. People just don't know about it. Go try to talk to anybody about this shit. And they're going to tell you, most of them are going to get mad. They don't want to hear it. They'll laugh. They're get this deer in the headlight looks. And yeah, so imagine when everybody wants what you got, which is what in the end, that's what the name of business is all about. Having something that one, nobody else has and that everybody wants makes you a rich person. Okay. So anyway, thanks for watching and have a nice day.